Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Well, it's not going to be easy being released, depending upon how much support one has from family and from people who are in your corner. Many of you will not have very much support when you come out. And the point is that you can't give up hope, nor can you expect to be on top overnight. It's going to take patience. It's going to take, what we say, it's going to take a constancy and patience in order for you to achieve and overcome the obstacles that you're going to run into. Remember that many of us, we know you, we know that you're Muslim, we know that you believe in Allah on the last day, that you bow down and pray with us, but for the majority of the population, that they look at you and say, ex-felon. They look at you and say that, why were you incarcerated? What did you do for the last X number of years? Which will give them a hint that you may have been incarcerated. So what I'm saying to you, what I'm advocating, is that you cannot give up hope. Remember that Allah Ta'ala in the Quran, He says with every hardship there's relief. And He says that there's relief 2 times, right? That there's the hardship, but then there's relief 2 times. And it says that the relief comes with the hardship. So remember that we say that Allah does not place a burden on us greater than that which we can bear. And remember that these challenges that Allah will place in front of us and the challenges that other people place in front of us are tests. They're from Allah in order for us to shake out and to purify ourselves and to get better and to get well. So that we want to be successful in overcoming these challenges. And if we don't, or if we find it difficult to overcome the challenges, we want to ask Allah, astaghfirullah, we want to ask Allah for forgiveness, we want to ask Him to aid us in, as Prophet Musa said, oh Allah, grant me whatever good you send my way. That the 3 men in the caves, oh Allah, straighten out my affairs. That these are issues that we ask Allah to aid us in, because you never want to abandon the salah, because the salah is the time that you communicate with Allah and you ask Allah for what you need. And you ask Him to help you to get through these challenges that are in front of you. I know the challenges are going to be, some are very simple. Some are very simple. Some are, for most of us, they'll be very simple, but sometimes it's more difficult for others. But there are places and agencies that you can go to. And remember that if you have a goal set, if you set goals, short-term, long-term, and the like, that maybe the short-term goal is that you have to go to one of the agencies and provide aid and clothing and bus passes and food assistance and the like. We at the Masjid Mu'mineen here in Indianapolis, we have a food pantry. On every Monday night we have a support group. I'm advocating that if you're in a city that does not have a support group specifically for you, that you ask me to give you some guidelines on how to start a support group, that you can get other men to come and talk about the problems that you have. Also at this support group we have, we eat dinner and we provide people with food. We let them go into food pantry so that they can get whatever kind of food they need that we can help them with. And we let them take what they need in order to survive. Like now you can't live like that permanently, but you can do that as you're getting started and getting on your feet. One of the problems that many people have, they try to get on their feet too fast. You have to take your time. and strive steadily and consistently in order to, you know, and I guarantee you it gets better. It's not going to be hard forever. It's going to get better. And, you know, you were inside prisons. Many of you work for 7 cents an hour. You work for $15 or $16 a month. And you work full-time jobs for that. Now, you're going to be out here, and every job that's available to you is not going to pay you $100,000 a year, or, you know, even $20 an hour. Some of them you're going to have to start at minimum wage. I say that it's easier for you to get a job if you have a job. So it's best for you to start when you get a job. There was a brother who told me that, you know, he was working at a rallies, and he said he's making minimum wage. And he said when he was on the street that he made all kind of money, and he tried to buy his mother things, but she would never accept anything from him. In fact, she almost didn't want him to come to her house. But he said he was working in a drive-through window at the rallies, and his mother pulled up, and she said, she had one of her friends with her, and she said, "That's my son working at the rally." She was really proud of him. So, you know, this is, you know, a story that's true. It's true, and this will happen for you. That you want people to say, and you want to be pleasing in the eyesight of Allah, that you're doing the right thing. I'm doing what I need to do. So, you know, when it comes down to, you know, there's places for you to go. If you go to a masjid and you don't know and you talk to the imam and tell the imam or the president of the community. But if you haven't built a relationship with that masjid, they probably won't help you. So you're going to need to build relationships with people, right? And you tell them the masjid, they'll help you. They will, honestly. They will help you if they understand that you're a person of good character and understand that you're a person that they can depend on, that you're not going to be in the newspaper next week. So, again, the challenges that you're going to face, they're very serious, you know. But remember what the prophet, he said, they used to, he said at one time they would take people and put them in the pit of fire and burn them up because they said they believed in Allah. And other people, they buried them up to their heads and let the birds eat from their heads. So we're not facing those kind of challenges. We're facing challenges that basically most of the time are self-inflicted. So let us, you know, struggle hard to resolve those challenges, and do not be afraid to ask for help. Do not be afraid to ask for help. All right. Assalamu alaikum.